Hey everyone, I'm bringing you another CSX New Point Subdivision operations video. This is going to be featuring the Y440 yard job. The Y440 yard job is an extra job. It's based off of the Y240. So these are some extra guys that are coming in. All they're going to be doing is moving these cars to the Norfolk Southern Interchange track, which is on the New Point Junction. So as you can see, I got the date is 6/1 because it's a continuation of the other day. Let me get my little pointer here. That's the date. These are the two locomotives they'll be using, 6604, 6611. Those are the Jeeps that are right here. Those two Jeeps, GP40s. Then the cars we're pulling are on track 1 in the Washington Park yard. Let me see if we can focus a little bit. First car is a box car. It's a Conrail. Last four is 6722. Going to the Norfolk Southern. That's the designation, so Norfolk Southern. MPJ1 is New Point Junction, track 1. It's empty. And this right here is for like miscellaneous, for hazmat or special notes. It's a high Q car, so they know it's a high Q car. It could also be hazmat, but for this one, it's just high Q. Next one is a covered hopper, Norfolk Western, 0315, going to Norfolk Southern. Same thing. New Point Junction 1 is loaded. These three cars have loaded rock salt. Next one's another Norfolk Western 0381. That's the last four. Norfolk Southern, going to the Junction track 1, loaded also. Then finally, another covered hopper, Norfolk Southern 3015, going to Norfolk Southern. New Point Junction track 1 is also loaded. Now from the junction, we're not picking up any cars, so Norfolk Southern is not dropping off anything for us. So all we got to do is drop these cars off and then light power back. So how we're going to do this, let me show you what the yard situation is right now. So the power is on track 4. So we got from nearest to farthest is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the main line. The cars we need are on track 1. Track 1 is right here. So these three covered hoppers and this high Q car right here, the Conrail car. As you can see, most of the tracks are blocked in. So the plan is to come from this end, grab this pink car, and we're gonna throw it onto track 3 behind these cars. Track 3 is kind of like the dump track where we just throw our cars, extra cars in the yard. So we're gonna put that car there, unhook, come around this way, hook up to the front end of this train right here, cut off behind the this hopper car, come out, come back on the track 2, back all the way down here. We'll shove all the way here, keep shoving, shoving, cross over onto track 3, shove, and then drop the 3 covered hoppers right here. We'll cut those covered hoppers, come back with the rest of the cars. So it's gonna get cut from here, and then these cars up here, we're gonna bring it back and then drop them back off on track 1, cut off the Conrail car, come back, come on track 2, cross over, hit track 3, hook up to the 3 other covered hoppers. Then from there, we actually have to move this locomotive. We're just gonna move it up track 2. Then we're gonna take the Jeeps, cut over, cross over to track 2, run around this way, and then come in front to grab the cars on track 3. Then we'll move off the yard, get permission to go on the main, come out this way. We might have to get to the crossing, then we'll come down, hit the junction, and then this is the junction right here. So this is junction track 1, junction track 2. There's an eastbound train sitting here. He's just sitting there idle. So he's waiting for traffic to move further down the line. So he's gonna be sitting there for a while. So we'll shove those cars over here. All right. So that's the plan. That was already 5 minutes. Well, so let's get started. So first step is moving this pink car out the way. All the switches are set to straight, so I'm gonna have to stop up here. Change the switches. Because track 4 isn't part of the ladder on the east end, it actually dumps out onto the main. We'll stop right there. Throw that switch. We're good. Now just setting all the switches. Happy Father's Day, everyone. All right, he's almost there, and that is good right there. Throw that switch. Now we're about to come onto the yard. We're coming onto track 3. And they're gonna stop when they get over here to this crossover track, and then throw the switch. That'll be somewhere over here. And that's good right there. On this. See him go over the crossover. So now they're on track 2. One half. So they're slowing down. Hopefully it couples up because it's on an angle. Good. Try to give it a stretch. And good. So now they're gonna be going back to the crossover and cross over to track 3 and then shoving the car behind the other cars on track 3. 1 car length away. Just trying to get past that switch right there. Very good. Now we're going to shove these cars back onto track 3. About 1 car length. Half. And use the crossover again to run around this train. All right, putting onto the yard ladder right now, which is right in front of the yard office. That track right there always gives me problems. Always. And they can stop right there. They are going to go back onto track 1. Pull the string of cars out. Another half a car. And good. Time for a stretch. So they're gonna go forward, go all the way into the yard lead and cut off the hopper cars. You can see he's pulling the whole string. All right, 1, half, and that'll do right there. Gotta get past this switch right here. One, and that'll do. Actually, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna just cut it off and then shove the other cars back on the track 1. So we're not lugging all these cars all over the yard. One, half, and that's good. Now we're just trying to get past that switch so that way we can go back onto track 1 and dump all these cars off that we don't need. Half, and that'll do. Now we're shoving on the track 1. All right, 1. One, half, and that'll be. All right, 1, half, and good. now we're shoving these cars, heading to the turnout. Not the turnout, the crossover. So they're gonna shove as far as they can. Get these cars over here so they can run around them. And that'll do right there. So now, oh, actually, they gotta keep going because they gotta move the other locomotive. I forgot. All right, so they gotta keep going back. And that's good right there. So now we gotta start up the SpongeBob unit. See, they're gonna cross over again. And that is good. So now they're gonna run around the train. All it is just to get out the yard. Shout out to the guys that have to do this in real life. It's a lot of work. Make sure the turnouts are good down here. That one is line. Alright, that's why I just switched. And they already got permission to head on to the main, so they're okay to get on the main for a little bit. Now I'm gonna slap onto the other cars. 1 car length, half. Do a quick stretch. And it's good. Let's see. Yeah, most likely they're gonna foul the well, not foul, but hit the railroad crossing. Alright, 1. And I'll do. They are off the yard and on the main. And this switch over here for the junction is actually controlled by dispatch, so they switched that for them. Alright, and they're going to be shoving now onto the junction. The switch is already set. And they're on the junction track 1, and that should be good right about there. Start slowing the train down. So now they're gonna head back to the yard. Light power back to the yard. They got clearance to go already, so they're good. And they won't actually go to the crossing because they got enough space to stop. And that'll do right there. Just throw that switch. You know what I gotta do? Come straight onto the yard. So once again, this was Y440, the extra yard job. They took some cars to the Norfolk Southern Interchange and using the New Point Junction track 1. They didn't have to pull any cars back, so that's why they are light powered here. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.